Well, if you don't wear it anymore and you don't even like it, just upcycle it. I used to love this jacket. I loved it so much. I even have 3 in different colors, another one in cream and in denim, but I haven't worn it for a long time. I think it must be like 20 years old, and I think it was from Zara. So I thought about giving it a bit of a change, an upcycle, and I like this style. So having 3, I can risk changing one. When you're upcycling, important things to take into account is to measure yourself properly, because you're working with something already made, so you cannot do it wrong. Another thing is to take pictures or to take notes of the steps of how it's made, so you can replicate or do it as accurate as possible. Try to leave enough seam allowance, and of course try it on a few times, because you're working with a garment already made, so you are bound to make mistakes. So try it on a few times. Why did I take it off if I hadn't measured myself? Who knows? And I have to sew the button again, because it just came off. So when you start to do this, take into account, oh, that's good. I thought it was going to take long, but because it's a thick fabric, I can just quite grip the seam, because I'm not going to rip the fabric, which is lovely, really good. Just be patient, take into account that things last for a long time, and if you're not as of course, if you don't want to do this, you can always give it to someone who might like this style you don't want anymore, but it's a good idea, it's a good opportunity to do something different, and you save some money because you're not buying the last trend, you're just changing something you have. So it's good, it's lovely. The color is not looking great under the seam, but what I'll do is that this is going to be just the hemline. Because this is looking a bit ugly and I don't want it to look like that on the outside, I'm going to make that the hemline. And because I'm just looking on the inside, the hemline has 3 centimeters. So I'm going to do the same, this kind of hemline, but to the outside. So it looks a bit more finished and nice, I think. So I'm going to leave 6 centimeters below the buttonhole, and I'm going, that is 14 centimeters away above from the hemline. So I'm going to measure these 14 centimeters all around carefully and then cut. And of course I'm keeping this. Who said you can throw anything? No one. And look at that, I've had 3 staples on my jacket for 20 years. Didn't know. So I said I was going to hem it to the outside because I was counting on the flat fell seams, which look really nice. But there's also some ugly seams as well that I cannot leave to the outside. So plan B. And what is my plan B? Is just to hem it normally as you would to the inside. And what I'm going to do is that I'll top stitch the bottom bit like the original had, so it looks a bit nicer and more structured. And I'll make sure that you cannot see any of this. So I'm going to start by putting loads of pins before going to the sewing machine to secure everything and to be sure that I'm not going to risk any seams going wrong. The thing about doing these upcyclings is that you might have surprises, so it's a bit of a risk. It's a bit of a risk, but it's worth it because there's always a second chance, or there's always a plan B you can do to fix it. And it's quite interesting because you can see how garments are made and how you can fix things. So maybe when you're doing them from scratch, you don't realize these little changes. So it's always good. These are going to be such thick seams. Let's see how the machine does. These are going to be such thick seams. Let's see how the machine copes. I have a needle for thick fabrics, I have a polyester thread, and I'm going to have a long stitch number 4 and then tension 3. This looks good, so I'm going to top stitch the bottom bit now of the hem with a slightly shorter stitch, number 3, so it looks, I don't know, a bit neater, I guess. I really like top stitching. It looks so professional. And now the button. I'm going to thread my needle with a double thread because it's a thick fabric and a strong button, and then this, of course. And let's put it right where it was. And this is the final result. I think it looks quite cute. I would have liked it to be like 3 centimeters longer, but with the bit that was all stained and old, it didn't look as nice. Another thing you could do is you can you could add a bit of the old fabric right below if you wanted to give it another look. It would look nice as well, but I think it's fine. I really like it. It's an ideal way to make the most of your wardrobe if you don't want to give it away, because maybe it's something valuable or something that you love a lot. So it's good to just give it a chance. So tell me in the comments if you like this kind of change, if you like upcycling, and don't forget to subscribe if you like sewing, because I upload twice a week and that way you don't miss anything. And I leave you here a link to all the upcycle videos I've done, because there are good ideas over there. And I leave you as well my Instagram account if you want to have a look at different everyday life and recipes. And what else? I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.